Get up! We have to do this icebreaker. You ready? Go!
Hey all you PA fans, let me hear you clap your hands. Now that you got the beat, let me see you stomp your feet. Now that you're in the groove, let me see your body move. Ooga, ooga,
What are you doing?
Yeah, wow. Hey, this is cool.
No,
That's
really
cool.
stupid.
You know what else is cool?
What's cool?
Education Today starts now!
Welcome to Education Today. I'm Chris Garatano, Armstrong School District's multimedia technician. Take a step back in time with me for back to the beginning of October. You may remember that we brought in student council members from Katanning Senior High School to talk about the Pennsylvania Association of Student Councils District 2 Fall Conference. The high school had the extraordinary opportunity to host the event on Monday, October 18, 2010. Today we once again have members of the Katanning High School Student Council today. We have Carly Hoffman and Jessa Goldner joining us. Welcome to Education Today once again, ladies.
Thanks.
Excited to be back?
Yeah.
Yeah? A little bit more comfortable this time maybe in front of the cameras, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, why don't you guys both introduce yourselves for us and again explain to our audience what your roles were.
I'm Carly Hoffman. I'm a junior at Katanning High School. I am the Student Council Vice President and I was a co-chair of the Fall Conference.
And I'm Jessa Goldner, and I was a co-chair of the Fall Conference, and I'm the treasurer of Student Council.
All right, so now that the whole event's taken place, over, done with, maybe breathe a sigh of relief, whatever, let's reflect on it for a minute, and why don't you tell us what the whole experience was like now that you've gone through it?
It was a challenging experience for us because on the day we had to face some things that weren't really planned and work out some kinks and everything. But all in all, it was definitely a good, beneficial experience.
Same.
Okay. Same sentiment there, huh? Okay, now how'd you kick the whole thing off? I understand that there were some unique warm-ups, so to speak.
Well, we got everyone into the auditorium of the high school, and we did icebreakers, is what we called them, and they're just funny little songs and dance type things that it's like a student council thing. But we did that, and then we all stood for the Pledge of Allegiance and the national anthem.
Which she sang very well.
That's right, I forgot you did sing it. I, of course, was there to film the event. The icebreakers seem to be something that the students immediately were excited about.
Yeah.
So it's like, I guess, a student council-wide, district, county-wide type thing, huh?
It's a national-wide thing. It's just like a chance for everyone to get a little crazy and have some fun.
All right. Okay, let's take a look at some of that footage from the event that got the whole thing kicked off.
District 2 students and advisors, and welcome to the 2010 District 2 Fall Conference. I'm Andrew Geiser.
I'm Jessica Goldner. And I'm Carly Hoffman. We're the conference co-chairs for today. And we officially call the 2010 District 2 Fall Conference to order. The theme we have chosen for our conference is one we hope you can apply to your everyday lives, student councils, schools, and communities. The acronym HERO stands for Helping Everyone Reach Out. And we challenge you to reach out to your school and community more than ever.
When students hear the word hero, many associate it with Superman, Spider-Man, or Batman. And although we may be embracing this aspect today, it's not what's important in the long run. What's really important are our everyday heroes who allow us to live our day-to-day lives.
Now would you please rise for the singing of our national anthem by Katanning's very own Jessica Goldner.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Well, that looked like a lot of fun, ladies. It appeared that the students were enjoying all of them. So let's continue on here with a few of these other questions we have. You mentioned different events last time, such as idea sharing sessions. What kind of ideas came out of those sessions?
The students got a wide variety of ideas from the sessions, such as like powder puff football games and a Mr. Wildcat assembly, or some of the things that we do at Katanning that our students shared with other schools. And since we were running the conference, we didn't have a chance to see all of the ideas, but I know everyone was talking about how much they enjoyed it.
And from being up there, was it an idea or a philosophy where the ideas were shared by whoever was kind of running the sessions in each room, and then the students in the sessions also shared ideas that they did at their own schools?
Well, they probably gave feedback to the people who were presenting the main ones, and gave other ideas too. If they had any extra time at the end, they probably all just collaborated.
Okay. I noticed, as we said, that they were student-led in these rooms, in these individual rooms. So how do you think that maybe positively affected the sessions? In other words, you think it kind of helped the students who were in the sessions relate to the presenters themselves, as opposed to, if you had the teachers in there sharing the ideas instead?
I think it definitely helped them relate, because sometimes students pay more attention to other students than they do advisors or teachers. So it got them a chance to talk one-on-one with, not one-on-one, but to the other students and relate to them and get ideas from people their own age.
Now, you guys kind of hit on this at the beginning, And I was going to say, last time you mentioned the responsibilities that you each had when we had you here a few weeks ago. And you mentioned that there were some things that came up, and I was going to ask you about that. Is there anything specifically that you had to kind of deal with that maybe was more challenging?
Well, I lost my voice. So I talked still, but it wasn't very loud and kind of hurt a little bit. So that was definitely a challenge that I had to put up with.
I didn't really hear any major ones that happened. I don't really think there was any key ones.
No, it was just making sure that everything ran smoothly. And, like, the district director was there, and we didn't have a chance to speak with her until that day. Mm-hmm. So we were up on stage, and then she's like, oh, yeah, by the way, you need to say this while we're on stage. So we have to, like, run off stage, like, talk to her, and then go back. So it's just little communication errors almost that we've learned from.
Okay.
Yeah.
But since you guys were kind of like the facilitators of the thing, you said you maybe didn't get to experience all the little intricacies of it that everyone else did, right? Okay. All right, well, let's take a look at some more footage from the event. Now we'll take a peek into some of the idea sharing sessions that took place.
Our second big idea is the football field cleanup. We get paid $50 per game to pick up trash in the morning after the home game at the stadium, and like it could be done as a service project too.
And another thing is induction and workshop night. We have a ceremony with the speaker and all the council members take an oath to serve the school and community, and then it's followed by a reception for our parents and everybody who attended. Then that is followed by a training workshop on publicity and constitution stuff taught by the middle school officers and sometimes the high school officers. So,
well, 6 to 8, like you can have subs for the volleyball team, and then the field day teams you have like 6 to 8, just so like everyone gets to play. And then we have different activities that they participate in. We did like a maze, like a blindfolded maze. One person on their team like directed them through the maze, and then we had
it was like the wheelbarrow race, and then
three-legged race,
like a balloon toss, an egg toss. Just there was
just like fun stuff like that. Oh, it was like a relay race where you like, you know how you have the spoon and the egg and you have to like run. We just did different activities like that. It's this we do on this one on an activity schedule, but like you go through the whole day, and then for the last period, all the teams that are participating will come out on the field. So this, you don't get out of class for this one, you just like go after the school, at the end of the school day. And people that aren't participating, they just come and watch and like cheer people on. We have like drinks and stuff on sale and like popsicles because last time we did it, it was really hot.
Yeah, we do normally do this at the end of the year when like everyone's done with finals and stuff. It's like a blow off day. It's really fun. But the volleyball, I don't mean like, it is a blow off day. The volleyball tournament we do the day before you get up to Christmas break. So like it's for Christmas and like we have a thing in the spring.
Yeah, this is like the day, like it's a Monday or Tuesday on the last week of school.
Everyone really enjoys the volleyball tournament, like field days. They're really fun.
I thought you were.
Did you? Is it fun?
Yeah, it was really fun.
Yeah, that's
the volleyball tournament's always a big turnout.
And like the good thing too, like it promotes like physical activities, like everyone's having fun and staying active at the same time. So like, it's a win-win with that.
And then we have one more big idea.
Our last big idea, and probably like our biggest like money maker is like the mini-thon. Okay, well, it's it raises money for the Four Diamonds Fund, and that's an organization that raises money for pediatric cancer. It's at Penn State. It has like just a thon, and that's huge. But ours is just the main thing where like students make teams and they get shirts.
It's 10 to 15 members,
and like they have to donate a minimum of $50. So
I know it says 25 on the thing, but we had a minimum of 50.
So like everyone's required to like raise some money at least. So they get sponsors and people like to donate money, like local businesses usually. And
you get your name on a plaque, and you get Hershey bar and stuff like that. How would you like different color t-shirts?
Yeah, each team is a different color t-shirt. It's 14 hours of dancing from 7 p.m. to 9 a.m. So you're up all night like dancing, having fun with your friends, like there's food, like drinks. It's a fun time. And Last year, how much did the winning team raise last year?
They only raised like $200. It was kind of small because it was our first year. But
Yeah, we were like, our first year, we were still kind of like working out the kinks.
But we still raised about $1,000
for pediatric cancer.
And it you have to start promoting it early so that teams can go out and get and raise money for the pediatric cancer. We had posters all around the school and stuff like this promoting it.
And throughout the night, teams can earn prizes throughout the night, 5-pound Hershey bar, like she said. And every hour, a dance created by our student council is performed. Everyone gets together and does big dance. It's fun.
It was really fun.
Mm-hmm. We have games and balloons and glow sticks, a big ring.
It's like a school dance, but it goes all night.
Yeah, but the thing is, each team has to have at least one member out on the dance floor throughout the night. So there's got to be someone up there constantly. But that's not a problem because everyone's up on a dancing anyway.
Does anybody have any questions?
Okay, and we're back here. So how many schools were represented and approximately how many students do you think were taking place?
There were 20 schools at the event and approximately 350 students.
Okay, pretty good size numbers then. I know the auditorium is pretty well filled up. So.
Yeah.
And were all this is kind of a multi-part question maybe, but I was going to ask if all the district schools were represented, because I know that there are some junior high student councils. Now I think that Katanning Junior High might have some kind of a student council put together, and I think that I heard during one of the student council kind of reports at a board meeting that there might be talk of an elementary student council coming in one of the schools. I don't know which one, but so that would be a pretty cool idea. But basically the premise was, were all the district schools represented that day or no?
Not all of them. Some of them couldn't come, but we had the Katanning Junior High School. They came. Their student council came, and there's probably 5 junior highs, maybe even less.
But not from our school district. There were Ford City Junior Senior High was there, and Katanning Junior High and Senior High were there from our school district.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back with more of Armstrong School District's Education Today. Stick around.
Before I came to IUP, I had no idea what college would be like or what role I would play or where I'd be in the future. But when I came to IUP, everything changed. I met people who really made me feel like I belonged. I had great classes at a great nationally ranked university. Hi, my name is Megan Miller. I'm a fine arts major, and this is my university.
And we're back with Armstrong School District's Education Today to continue our follow-up about the Pennsylvania Association of Student Councils District 2 Fall Conference, which was held at Katanning Senior High School back in October. Boy, is that a mouthful to say every time. I'm thinking saying that in my sleep now. Okay, so we've gone through the event. Do you think that the students enjoyed the event, and what, if any, feedback did you guys hear about it?
I think a lot of people enjoyed it. I personally had a school come up to me and tell me how much fun that they had and how they were looking forward to spending other conferences with us. And our students that participated in it from our council, they even had fun too. And they didn't really even participate either. They were helping out the whole time also.
Yeah, there were a bunch of schools that talked to us, and students that we had met before at other student council conferences that told us both how good it was and how much they enjoyed it.
That's good. So now that you've gone through the process, how did this year's conference compare to ones that you may have attended in the past? You can either relate to that directly, or even compare what it was like being a participant on at other ones you've attended, and then in this case you were obviously the leaders of it.
Well, I personally had a lot of fun because I was with my friends the whole time, and it was the same as if going to another conference also, because you're with your friends the whole time, you're just learning leadership skills, and you're collaborating with other students, meeting new people, finding other friends that you've already met, and it's just a great time.
It's hard to compare it to a state or national conference though sometimes, because those are for long periods of time and there's so many more people at those scale of conferences. So, I mean, obviously those ones are a lot bigger and they have like a lot larger budget to put into it, but I think that we did a pretty good job with what we had.
And I could tell, like, going up and down through the hallways of the high school, the hallways were, had signs or different things in them, it looked like, and it seemed like from walking around the hallways, it seemed like everyone was enjoying themselves and having a pretty good time with it. So, what was the keynote speaker like, and what was his message?
Well, we had Tom Terrific, and he just told about your inner evils and how you can face them and face your fears, and don't be like restricted to be like, oh, I'm always gonna hate this, so I'm never gonna like try it ever again, and stuff like that.
He was a very interactive speaker. Like, he really kept the audience's attention and kept them going and involved them in his message.
He asked like them questions like personal questions, and most motivational speakers that we've seen at the conferences haven't really asked questions like that. So that was very different, and I liked that.
Keeping everybody involved in it. I thought the message was pretty good, and we're actually going to highlight the keynote speaker in a couple of weeks here on the program, because I believe he was with the National Character Education Foundation, right? And we try to highlight those speakers. They're good speakers, and they do have very good messages to give out. So I'm hoping to highlight him down the road here, maybe pull out some of what he's talked to you guys about at the conference. So now the initiative you guys had this year was Hero Box. So once again for the viewers, could you tell them, explain what Hero Box is, in case they didn't maybe catch our program a couple of weeks ago, and where you guys are kind of at with it now, or where it's implemented, at.
Hero Box is a charity, and it's set up to send packages, specialized packages, to troops overseas. And most of the time they don't get what they need. Like, male products will get sent to females, or female products to males, and stuff like that, and they just don't get what they personally want. So Hero Box sets you up with one person, and they give you a list of what they need, and you can send stuff to that person and almost develop a relationship with them. Send them letters and pictures of your school or whatever that you need to. And at the conference, we got a hero for each school, and it was a little box, and it had like who it was and their first list in it. And all the schools took a box home with them, and we also adopted a hero at our school. So we're just at the point where we individually need to start sending packages to our hero.
Yeah, well, that's a pretty cool initiative, and I thought it was pretty cool when you guys mentioned it before. And maybe as we go, is there like a deadline, or is it like a recurring thing where let's say every other month or something, you try to send some kind of a package to the adopted hero, or how does that work?
You can set it up for as long as you want. Like, if you can only afford to do it for, say, like 5 months, then you can do it for only 5 months. But you can do it as long as you want. Well, until the hero's like, we don't want you anymore. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, you send like one package a month for the length of time that you select. And I mean, if they get like sent back home, obviously you're not going to keep sending them packages.
Right. All right, well, maybe that's something even later on down the road, then we might be able to just to follow up on and see how it went and see if you get any feedback. Because I would assume you might get some kind of feedback from, or at least some of the student councils might get some kind of feedback from some of these heroes. So other than that, do you guys have anything else you want to mention or go over?
Well, HeroBox.org is the website for the organization, and if any of the viewers want to get on there and adopt a hero themselves, I encourage them to do so, but that's all.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks again for coming down. And from what I saw, it seemed that everything went well, and I think that you guys would agree with me on that front. And that's going to be our show for today. I'd like to thank Carly Hoffman and Jessica Golder for coming up to the studio and being on the show for a second time to talk about their experiences, and their advisor, Mrs. Erin Kidder, for bringing them down to the studio and taking them back to talk about this truly unique opportunity for the Armstrong School District. Our thanks also go out to the production students of Catania Senior High School, led by their teacher, Mr. Don Swanson. They were our film crew today. Please join us again next week for another look at the Armstrong School District. Visit our website for updated information about the district, and have a great week.